UI7 News' Emma Lee.
UI7 News Emma Lee.
UI7's Emma Lee.
UI7's Emma Lee explains.
Sometimes people are afraid that reporting suspected human trafficking cases will put themselves in danger. So a U of I professor comes up with an operational compass app to allow people to do it anonymously. Even though digital books are more accessible, there are still things about a hard copy of a book that can be replaced. What can be more cool to create your own safe? However, this one that Wisderman is currently working on is a little bit different. It gives you access to self-knowledge rather than money. While people are still thinking about what they can do for the issue, an alumnus who graduated with a law degree at U of I is currently reaching out to the city of Chicago. Even though unofficial celebration is surrounded by the drinking of alcohol, it is also important for people to know how alcohol can do harm to our body. When green takes over the typical orange and blue U of I merchandise, it means that the unofficial is right around the corner. It has become a tradition that students celebrate St. Patrick's Day with drinking alcohol. Liquor stores on campus often see an increase in sales during this time. Hometown Pantry manager Jignesh Penchar talks about the sales during unofficial.
Actually more than double, so I'm expecting a good sale this year.
Penchar also says liquors with higher concentration of alcohol tend to be more popular during unofficial. Even though unofficial celebration is surrounded by the drinking of alcohol, it is also important for people to know how alcohol can do harm to our body. OSF Pro Ambulance Service Dr. Kurt Blumstrand says alcohol intoxication can cause damage to different organs.
The main organ, though, that is directly affected by alcohol would be your liver, but other organs can also be affected. Your brain being one of them. If you're vomiting and you breathe that back in, your lungs are affected now. Your lungs are also affected because you won't be breathing normally because alcohol, like I said, has a depressant effect, and so it slows your breathing down.
U of I Communications Director Patrick Wade says last Wednesday, police and volunteers knocked on about 4,000 doors on campus to raise awareness of alcohol safety.
Anytime we see someone in a bad safety situation, many times it's somehow alcohol related. Either the offender or the victim is very intoxicated.
Wade further says it is important for students to know that according to medical amnesty, people won't be penalized if they call 911 for their underage friend who needs medical help. In Champaign-Urbana, I'm Emma Lee, UI7 News. The sound of the wood-cutting machines could be heard in every corner of the house. Despite already retired, Charles Wisderman is just as busy as anyone else.
Art's a hobby, but it's what gets me up in the morning.
Wisderman started pursuing his dream as an artist after retiring as a pathologist. And he says that part of him influences how he does art.
I like things that also go open from one end to another, because when you're looking at cutting a liver or cutting a brain or something like that, you slice it and kind of read it like a book.
What can be more cool to create your own safe? However, this one that Wisderman is currently working on is a little bit different. It gives you access to self-knowledge rather than money. The safe currently has 7 layers, and challengers will have to figure out how to get to the final layer to achieve self-knowledge.
Unless you know, by chance, hit upon the correct code, you won't be able to find the key to pass this one.
His wife knows how he loves doing art.
He says things like, there's a little blood in everything I make because of mistakes or using sharp tools. You manage to cut yourself, but that doesn't matter, because that's part of the process too.
His friend B. Nettles enjoys his artworks.
His work is very eclectic. It shows there's a lot of techniques.
He's not sure how many layers there will be, but he will for sure continue doing art. In Urbana, I'm Emma Lee, US7 News. A shuttle business called Suburban Express sent out an email last week which some Asian students find inappropriate and insulting. Chinese international student Echo Chen says he won't use their service anymore as a way to show support for his country.
What do you mean by you won't feel like you're in China? It's very obnoxious.
Junior Yu Zhang looks at the issue with a different perspective.
I think the company is doing something that is killing its business because, I'm very objective about this. I don't feel personally attached by it at all.
But she does think that the university should take more actions because issues that relate to cultural inclusion like this will be less easier to handle once the heat is gone. Besides individuals, the Chinese Student Scholars Association, along with 4 other Asian student organizations, expressed their anger in the joint statement, saying they regard those remarks as a serious insult and an act of racism against us all. And this proclamation is not the beginning nor the end of our fight against racism or any other forms of discrimination. While people are still thinking about what they can do for the issue, an alumnus who graduated with a law degree at U of I is currently reaching out to the city of Chicago. Alumnus Chuck Guo mentions he already filed a complaint to the Illinois Department of Human Rights and also sent a petition to the mayor hoping to ban the business from the airport.
We have influence against this issue that the city of Chicago should consider our opinion in this matter.
Having such issue being highly exposed on the media and attract everyone's attention is gonna help our community become better.
Zhang believes people from different backgrounds can make a change to the environment if we work together. In Champaign-Urbana, I'm Emma Lee, UY7 Newsbreak. Good evening, Champaign-Urbana. It has been raining and really windy lately, so the rain that we received in the past 4 days is actually more than what we received in the past 4 months. We have more than 5 inches of rain in the past 4 days. Also, the temperatures has been going up and down a little bit. So on Tuesday, we have 65 degrees, and today we have 43. So you can see that fluctuation. And for tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit colder. So now let's take a look at the local temperature. Currently in Champaign-Urbana, we were at 43 degrees, and it's pretty much the same in the area around the low 40s, with Ventura sitting at 45 and Mattoon Charleston at 44. And you can see up in Peoria, which it has the lowest temperature around the area, it is at 39 degrees. Going into our Midwest temperature, up in the Windy City in Chicago, it is at 39 degrees. And down in the south, it is a little bit warmer in Pachuca. It is at 49 and 48 in Louisville. But you do want to watch out in Des Moines. It is below freezing at 29 degrees, so stay warm up there. For our national temperatures on our East Coast, Boston is sitting at 39 degrees, New York City at 42, and it's a lot warmer in Miami at 82, so that's where you want to spend your spring break. Also, up in the West Coast, you can see Seattle at 35 and Los Angeles a little bit warmer at 57. For tonight's weather, we're gonna experience some rain showers at a low of 42 degrees and wind coming from the southeast at 12 miles per hour. Tomorrow, unfortunately, it's gonna be a little bit cloudy with a high of 50 degrees and wind coming from west at 11 miles per hour. So last but not least, the 5-day forecast. On Saturday, we're gonna experience some thunderstorms with a high of 52 degrees. So remember to bring your umbrella or just stay home instead. But luckily, we will see some sunshine starting from Sunday with a high of 47 on Sunday, a high of 52 on Monday, and 60 degrees on Tuesday. While the campus is full of school spirits this week, the Graduate Employees Organization on campus takes on a more serious matter. Both the University of Illinois administration and the GEO still feel heavily divided on the matter. Champaign City Council recently approved our dockless bike sharing. UY7's Anadra Smith learns how this affects a local bike mechanic. Sorry about that. We will try to have the story back later in the newscast. If not, you can always check out our YouTube page. All right. So sorry for the delay. Now the story is here. With the 10th Illinois Marathon coming up this weekend, Some street closing are already underway. McDonald's is also making an effort to make their menu healthier. Here we are as Kelly Rice joins us for the weather. How's it looking tonight, Kelly?